Hey guys, Connor Rogers here. Going to show you how to look at student data in Eduphoria. So first off, find Eduphoria in your class link. It's right here. If you can't find it, you can use the search bar up here. EDU is the first three letters that should get you there. So go ahead and click on it. From here, you'll be asked to log in. It's your username and password, same for class link. There's no @trinitybasin.net. So go ahead and sign in. And then when you sign in, you're looking for Aware. That's what's going to have the data. All right, from here, you want to make sure you're in the Analyze tab. Now, don't worry about what any of these other tabs are. Right now, we're just looking at this Analyze tab. Okay, we want to go to Quick Views, and then from here, you'll see a whole bunch. So I thought what everyone should have access to is the star scores. So we'll just click this star test, and appropriately, it has a little star next to it. So let's do the most recent year. Let's do 2021. Okay, and if you wanted to look at past years, you should be able to. For this example, let's just look at 7th grade, and we're going to look at 7th grade reading. Boom, here we go. So the first thing I want you guys to do when you look at data is always hit this little red guy that says where students were instead of where students are now. So make sure you hit that little red guy. If you don't, it's not a big deal, but it will mess up the teachers' names. So you'll see teachers, you'll see 8th grade teachers' names on here when you actually want the 7th grade teachers' names to know which kids have which teacher. So let's start with this little globe button. So we click that. Here's the whole district. So that means we had 351 7th graders take this. We have all the demographics. We have 56.41% of students in the district got approaches on the 7th grade reading star. So that's how we'd interpret that data. Now, this goes global to specific. So if that's the whole district, we split it here with this office building. That means we split it by the Dallas campuses and the Fort Worth campuses. Okay, Mesquite's not on here because they did not have 7th grade last year. But if they did, you'd see, I think it'd say Mesquite, Trinity Basin Preparatory 105. But, so that's what we got. So here's the Fort Worth scores. Approaches was 64.29%. Now, if you're thinking like, hey, I just want to compare Dallas to Fort Worth, I don't want all this demographic info, you go up here to Edit, and then you can hit Summarize, and then all these things right here, these demographics, you can hit Clear, and then you have to hit Update right here in the bottom right. So boom, now we can look at how they compare side by side. And so you're like, okay, that's Dallas Fort Worth, I want to compare by teachers. So you can click this little red shirt, that's Teacher Summary. Boom, now you have all the teachers in the district, you have how their kids did, how many students they had, what percent got approaches, meets, masters, etc. And if you wanted to sort, you just click each one of these. So if I wanted to sort by lowest to highest approaches, so there it is, lowest to highest. And if I just click this again, it'll do same, highest to lowest. And if you also wanted to spit this out into a spreadsheet, you could hit export and export to Excel, and that would give you this view that you're looking at in a spreadsheet. If you wanted to look at individual students, you could. That's this little guy right here, individual students. And if you want to filter out by your specific campus, I can show you how to do that later, but I want to show you the basics. So let's move on to Student Learning Standard Breakdown. This is a great report because you want to know what TEKs they're struggling with. So here's how they did on the 7th grade reading start test per TEK. So we have it split right now because we're in that campus view by Fort Worth and Dallas. Again, if we wanted individual teachers, oh, it's messed up because I have it on the green guy instead of the red guy. So I have to hit that red guy where students were. Now we're good. Okay, so now I can see based on this TEK 7.2b, and look, if I hover over it, it even gives me which TEK it is. So that's the vocab TEK about using context to clarify word meaning. So I can see that Miss Stanfield's students scored 61.7% on that TEK. So if I was looking for lowest TEKs, this would be a great report to run. Again, I can also export it to Excel, mess around with it that way. I can delete other teachers off there if it's in an Excel sheet and just focus on my teachers and my demographics. The last report I want to show you how to run is student individual responses. So again, we want to make sure we click that red guy. And this is really neat because let's say we break it down by teacher, that's that red shirt view. And I can see in Mr. Edwards' class, okay, on question 1, the correct answer was B, so correct answers are always highlighted in green. The correct answer was B, and 76.6% of his kids chose B as the right answer. No one chose D, and we had a few choose A and C. So his kids overall did pretty well in this, and I can see that was question number 1, and it was reporting category 2, and it was the TEAC was 7.5F, making inferences. Okay, great. Well, hey, look at this. Question 2 was the same TEAC making inferences, but only 53% of his kids got it right. And the rest were kind of split. Some, a lot chose H, some chose F, and maybe 1 or 2 of them chose G. So that would be helpful to look at the STAR test and look at, well, why did they do so well on question 1 versus question 2 if it was assessing the same TEAC? So this is a really great data analysis tool as well. So those are the basics of how to look at data in Eduphoria. If you need anything, shoot me an email. Thanks, guys.